Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about a new concept or new property of light, that is dispersion of white light. Okay. We know that most of the discoveries happened in physics was always accidentally. Okay. So when scientists were doing some other experiments, so accidentally they got some other result. Okay. So in the same way, great scientist Sir Isaac Newton, he was doing some studies related with the terrestrial bodies, okay, through his telescope. So telescope, we are using the lens. Okay, lens is also made up of glass. So he was watching the terrestrial bodies through the lens, and he found some colors, different colors. So he thought that is a mistake of that particular lens. So he changed the lens and he started watching. So whenever he changed the lens, he found that all the cases, there is a color pattern is available on the edges. Okay. So after doing that work, so he understood that there is some other property that always make these color combinations. So later, he started working to find out about the secret of his colors. Okay. So while he was doing the experiment particularly to find out the secret, he made a darkroom setup. Okay, so he made a darkroom setup and he allowed the white light to pass through in a small slit or a small path. Then on the path of the light, he had kept the prism. So on the other side, he got 7 colors or our rainbow colors, Vibgyor. Okay. So we can define that pattern, we got it as known as, that property or that process is known as dispersion. Okay. So we can define dispersion as it is the splitting of white light when it passes through the prism into its different constituent colors are known as dispersion. Okay. So condition is there, white light should pass through the prism. So prism split the white light into different constituent colors. That process is known as dispersion of white light. Okay. Let's see how we can draw the figure. So here, this is the prism, base and the 2 edges. Okay. So here he made a setup and he allowed the white light to enter. Okay. So these are white light. Then here we have to draw the normal. What happens when light travels from air or rarer medium to denser medium? It bends towards the normal. Okay. So here what happens is that instead of a single line, it's splitted into 7 different lines. Okay, it's split into 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different colors. It happens at the first surface. The splitting happens at the first surface. So second surface we have 7 colors, so I am not drawing the normal. Then what happens at the second surface? The light ray is traveling from denser to rarer medium. So it bends away from the normal, or it has to bend towards the base. Okay. So he placed a screen here. So all these lines or all these rays come and hit on the white screen. So he found that violet to red or red to violet, Vibgyor. The combination of white light is Vibgyor. What is Vibgyor? Violet, last one is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Okay. So when you draw the figure, you have to mention that the down part, or if you see the bending, more bending happens for violet. The violet has to come at the bottom portion and red has to come at the top portion. So from here onwards, visual. It's in a particular order. Okay. So when Newton allowed the white light to pass through the prism, he got 7 colors on the screen. Okay. So it's a band of colors. What is meant by band? It's not a particular single line, a band of colors. So in between, one color is available. And it's not there is no particular boundary. There is no particular boundary like how we will keep boundary for our house. Okay. So that means if just consider red, this one, this is red, this is orange and this is yellow. Okay. So when orange and red comes together, here it will be bending or blend together. So you will get the combination of red and orange here. When it comes here, you will get the combination of orange and yellow. Only in that particular merging, the colors will be merged on the edges. Okay. Or else instead of that, there won't be any particular boundary like only orange is here, here you will get yellow. It's not like that. So when these colors are coming together, it is merging and we will get another colors. But it's not prominent colors. Only in that particular small percentage, it will be blending. Okay, it will merge together. So this is the way the colors are splitting when it passes through the prism. Let's see the experiment, how dispersion happens.
Actually, it's found by Sir Isaac Newton. We know that in physics, almost all the discoveries happened accidentally. So he was doing some studies related with the heavenly bodies by using the lens. So he found that whatever the image he found, all the images at the edges of the images he found some color. So he thought that that is a defect of the lens which he was used. So he changed the lens for more times. Then also his observation, each and every time he got the image with the color edges. Then slowly after doing his studies related with the heavenly bodies, he started doing his research related with this color. So for that he did an experiment. We call it as Newton's darkroom experiment. So what he did is that he made a darkroom setup and he made a small opening and allowed the white light, that is the light which comes from the sun, to enter into a small hole to a room. And on the path of the light he kept a prism I already show you in the class. So he kept a prism, and the light which comes out, he allowed that white light should pass through this prism, and on the other side he arranged a screen. So he got the result in such a way that the entry or the input was a white light, but from the other side he got all the 7 colors, that is visual. So we can define dispersion. So what he got it as dispersion of colors. So we can define the dispersion as the phenomena of splitting of white light by a prism into the constituent colors. It only happens with prism. When this white light will pass through the glass slab, we never get these 7 colors. It only happens with this prism. The reason is that prism, both sides are not parallel to each other. Both are
We'll see why this happens or what is the cause of this dispersion. Okay. So when the light travels in air or in vacuum, all the colors have same speed. Okay, in air or in vacuum, all the 7 colors travel in same speed. But when it travel in another medium we know that the refractive index of different mediums are different. So air have one value, glass have one value, water has some another value. So here also when the light enters into the glass slab or into the prism, the speed of the light, different light varies. Okay. So if we compare with the red and violet, because red is at the one extreme and violet is at the another extreme. Okay. So we always compare with the red and violet. So if we compare the speed of red and violet in glass, red is moving faster and violet speed comparatively with the red is least one. Okay. So the speed of violet is least and red has maximum speed. Okay. So that is the reason when we got the value, this is the way light enters. This is red and this is violet. So red can travel very faster in this medium, so it has less bending. Okay. So violet speed is comparatively less comparing with the red. So it takes more time. That's why the bending is more for this violet. Okay. So the reason for the cause of refraction is when it enters into another medium, the speed of the light varies. So we will get in between, the other colors will be managed. So orange has less speed than the red, then yellow. So it is in the order. So rest of the colors will come in between according to their speed. Okay. So bending of light happens due to the change in speed in different medium. But there's a question. Whether we will get these kind of colors, different colors, when we allow the light to pass through in a glass slab, we never get it. So the splitting happens due to this surface also. This slanted surface is also a reason for splitting into different. Otherwise, what happens? Actually, inside the glass slab, the splitting is there. That means when it enters here, different lights are traveling in different way. Okay. So different angle it's travel. But what happens when it comes here? Same angle of emergence for that. So from here again it joins together and it goes like a white light. So we never identify. But inside the prism or inside the glass slab, the splitting is happens. But afterwards, when it emerges out of the glass slab, again all the 7 colors join together and it will come out. So we are not able to identify the splitting when it comes out. Okay, so we will get the incident ray as emergent ray because same angle of emergence happens. But here it happens for different angle due to this slanted